guys, we're going to start in just a minute. My name's Amber Horn. Go ahead and send reminders out to anybody that you invited. And let's get this call cranking. We're tuning in from Minnesota, and I'm excited. There's a ton of snow here. It's insane, like almost up to the car. I can't believe it. I am from Oregon. We only have rain where I live, and a lot of it, lots of puddles, but we have so many inches of snow here. It's beautiful, and I'm excited to be here tonight. But we're going to start in just a minute. Let's get a few more people on the call. So if you invited some guests and they're not quite here yet, go and send a quick reminder to your teams. And what are you guys shaking tonight? I've got some Wild Tiger in my shaker cup, which is one of my favorite flavors. What do you guys got? Put it in the chat, in the comments. Hey, Ann. Hey, Sherry. Hi, Emily. Lots of friends on here. All right, in about 15 more seconds, we're going to start. The gummy bear, I love gummy bear. That's one of my favorite new flavors. Heart tart. We got a goodie. Berry Enchanted. I haven't had that one in a long time. Rainbow candy. Gummy bear. All the new ones. Banana Pro. Awesome. All right. Okay, we have several guests that are going to share their story and their journey with ketones tonight. And we're also going to be talking about iFast. But for those that don't know me, my name's Amber Horn. I am a mom of 6 from Oregon, and I have been drinking and sharing ketones now for 2 years. Before I started drinking ketones, I was addicted to Monster Ultra, drinking 4 or 5 a day. And it was not a good situation. I was chasing energy. And when you're drinking that type of energy drink, you're having those spikes and crashes, and then you need more. So you're having those spikes and crashes. And I weighed about 100 pounds more than I do now. And I'm so thankful that I now have sustained energy, fat loss. My favorite benefit from drinking ketones is definitely the appetite control, though. I lived a lot of years just food obsessed and always wondering when I'm going to have food again. And I now only think about food when I'm hungry, and when I'm not hungry, it's not on my mind. So I'm so thankful to have found this product. I actually found it on TikTok of all places. I was just scrolling through one day and ran into it and bought 5 packets. And I'm so glad that I did, because it's changed so much about my life, and I've been able to help change other people's lives too now. So we're going to talk tonight about what this product is, what it can do for you, how to get started. We also have a few people that are going to share their journey drinking it. And we also have a new program called the iFast program. We're going to hear from somebody who's already tried it. So that's exciting. I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to start it on Monday, and I am really excited about that to see what it does for me. I've heard amazing things. So we're going to start tonight with our friend Becca. She's actually having a baby. She's drinking ketones and she's pregnant, which is, I know we get that question a lot. Can you drink ketones while you're pregnant? I think the answer is yes, because Becca's been drinking them and she looks amazing and she feels amazing. So my friend Becca is going to share her story and her journey drinking ketones. So let's turn a few moments over to her.
Yes, there it is. If you want to see the belly, there it is. Hi, hello, how are you? It's so awesome to see your faces on here. I am Coach Becca, or Rebecca McCarthy, the Mrs. McCarthy. And oh, I see friends on here. Hey, Mark, Olivia, Emily. I see Tracy. It's so good to see you guys. My background is in fitness and nutrition. So prior to drinking ketones, I've been drinking and sharing ketones for 4 years now. And prior to, I was a slave to diet and exercise. I was 230 pounds, dieted and exercised my way down to 140 pounds. But I weighed, tracked, logged, measured everything. I carried a food scale in my purse. I would say no to going out to dinner with family. I would eat out of a Tupperware all the time. And then I was introduced to this amazing product right here. And at first, maybe you are like me and you're on here and you've been watching somebody else but haven't said yes because you're a skeptic, right? Any skeptics here, drop a 1 in the chat if you are like me and you're a skeptic. I knew about nutrition, right? I knew how to get into ketosis, and it was not easy. It was difficult and it wasn't fun. I was miserable every time I tried to do it. Somebody told me that if I drank one of these, I would be in ketosis in less than an hour, and I didn't believe it. So I first watched their journey for 9 months before I said yes, and I saw them get results. And so when I finally said yes to drinking ketones every single day, it completely changed my life. And so 4 years later, fast forward, I don't miss a day without drinking my ketones. I drink 2 to 3 of them a day, believe it or not. Yes, I am pregnant, having a baby. We do have caffeine-free ketones, so I can drink those, and I still get amazing benefits like energy, right? If you've ever been pregnant, you know that your baby is sucking the energy and the life out of you. And I still have all the energy. I got up at 3 o'clock this morning. I was able to travel here to hang out with my friends, and I'm still going. And it is after 7 o'clock, which would usually be bedtime, and curbing my appetite and cravings, which is amazing. So my first pregnancy, I gained over 70 pounds. And this time I've been able to stay away from the sweets and the treats and stay on track with eating protein and managing the foods that I've been eating because I drink these every single day. So I feel absolutely amazing. I absolutely love this product, and I share it with as many people as possible because we all need to feel just as amazing as I do, even pregnant.
Thank you, Coach Becca. So excited to hear your story. I love hearing it, love your energy, and I'm so excited for that baby to come. She has been kicking a lot tonight. Very active baby. So let's talk about these ketones. What are they and why do they make us feel so good? Why do they give us energy? It's actually our beta hydroxybutyrate, which our body produces. Did you know that there's a few different ways to get into ketosis? One, you could do a strict keto diet. And if you did that for a few days, your body would start making this stuff. It would start making our beta hydroxybutyrate. And a strict keto diet is high protein or high fat, moderate protein, and low carb. And if you did that just right, you could put your body into ketosis. If you did a prolonged fast, your body would also start producing this and go into ketosis. Well, this is bioidentical to what your body produces. So you're drinking your way into ketosis rather than forcing your body to make these ketones. When this enters your body, your brain uptakes 30% more oxygen, and you go into this metabolic fat burning state called ketosis. Benefits are insane. Becca talked about them. I talked about them. Better mood, more energy, less appetite, mental clarity, better sleep, muscle preservation, so many awesome benefits. So there's definitely some science here. It's not just a feel-good thing that you just drink and all of a sudden it's like magic powder. It is backed by science and super exciting. It was actually formulated by NASA in conjunction with the Department of Defense for the Navy SEALs originally about 12 years ago. It's been on the market now for 7. And I'm so thankful that we are able to have our hands on it and it's available to all of us. So I am going to introduce our next guest who has an amazing story, also drinking ketones. Christina Martinez Williams is going to share with us next.
Hey everyone, so great to see you all. And yay, I see all the hands. Thank you. It's great to see you. I have been drinking ketones for 6.5 years, and they have completely shifted every aspect of my life. I came in for the fat loss. So people were asking me when I was 8 months postpartum with 2 kids, so an 8-month-old and a 2-year-old, if I was still pregnant because I looked like I was. And I also felt like I was. So my clothes were not fitting. And I was wearing my maternity clothes still, 8 months postpartum, and I felt like I was huge. I was big. I had gained a lot of weight, almost 60 pounds up to the point of giving birth. And so with that, I stopped looking in the mirror. I thought I had to accept this new body as a mom, and that with 2 kids close in age that it just wasn't going to change. I tried changing it. And my brother actually introduced these to me 9 months prior, but I said no. I was super skeptical and I said no. And so if anyone's skeptical, I understand because I was there. But then I finally decided that something needed to shift, even though I was not looking at myself, because when I did, it made me feel worse again. People already asking me, my clothes didn't fit. In pictures, I put my girls in front of me. And so I didn't feel comfortable mentally and physically. But when I started drinking them, I was looking for something that was going to shift my weight. This is not a weight loss product, but it started to shift my fat. So I was really discouraged because my weight wasn't changing, but my fat did start to change. And my brother said, go try your clothes on. I said, why? You're crazy. Nothing's changing on the scale. And he said, no, go try on your old clothes. And I did. And I found that I could fit things almost. And so I continued and I kept drinking ketones daily consistently. And from that, now I'm 34 pounds of fat down. And I'm 10 to 12 pant sizes down. And I've never been in this weight and in this pant size in my life prior to ketones. And now the best thing too is that I've maintained that for more than 4 years, which never happened prior to that for me before. So the maintenance and all of that my fat loss happened. I've now gained this lean toned muscle that I didn't have prior. And in the process, I got to experience the other benefits. So I'm a mom, obviously I said I'm a mom, but I have a mom of a 6-year-old and a 7-year-old now, 7 and 8, they just changed, 7 and 8-year-old. And I work 2 jobs from home. So I need all the energy and the mental clarity that I can get because I want to be present with them, but I also want to get my work done. And then I also want to maintain this I want to be stable in my mood and have more patience, and ketones do that for me. And when they go to sleep, I want to get more done. Prior to ketones, I was not getting anything done for myself. I was just mom. And that was hard. And now I get to be Christina, who's a mom, an amazing mom, and Christina, who's a mompreneur, and Christina, who's doing all these things because ketones give us the ability to have, and me, the ability to do all of that. So they have completely shifted who I am. I will continue to drink them forever and ever. And I'm excited to have Amber introduce the next person. She's coming.
Thank you, Christina. I love your story. You look amazing. She really does. She's very lean and fit, and very inspiring to hear her journey drinking ketones. So something that's really exciting that Pruvit just launched is this new program called iFast that includes drinking ketones, but it also includes intermittent fasting. And what we know about intermittent fasting is it is the #1 Googled health word right now because of the health benefits. And you could Google it and look for yourself. The findings are incredible. Lots of really beneficial medical findings that you'll see that I can't really talk about, but fat loss is included, and more energy, better mood, mental clarity, all the things that we are finding with ketones as well. So we've been intermittent fasting within our community, drinking ketones for several years. And it seems like the world is kind of all of a sudden on board with intermittent fasting, and it's become a thing. And we've been doing it for several years. So we're talking a lot about intermittent fasting now. We're putting our ketones in intermittent fasting kits, and we've developed these really cool kits that will accelerate your fat loss and your journey with drinking ketones. It's got a little mixture of several of our different products that's going to help get you off to the right start. And I know that Lori has already experienced going through this program. We're still in the beta phase. Our kits aren't even completely put together. I haven't even gotten mine yet. Mine should come very soon. By the time I get home, I should have it. So you've got one. This is what they look like. And we're going to hear from Lori. She's going to tell us a little bit about what she's experienced so far. I'm anxious to hear about it, and I'm excited.
Awesome. Hey guys, how are you? Lori Hart here from Boston, Mass, but I'm in Minnesota right now, as you know, where it's snowing, right? Crazy. So if you don't know me, I'm a mama too, and I'm going to be 50 years old. So I started drinking ketones 2 years ago because I needed that energy, the focus, the fat loss, the muscle preservation, all those things that you need as you get older. And over the last few years, I did follow the ketogenic diet, and then I kind of fell off. And that's what I love about drinking ketones is I get the benefit of ketones without doing the strict, doing the strict diet. So I did do the iFast program, and what I loved most about it is it's super simple. It's almost done for you. You know exactly what you're going to do at the exact time. So those of you who are busy, right, we get our eating window, and sometimes I didn't know what I was going to have, what I was going to make, but now I know. And also being almost 50, I'm missing that protein component, and I love that this has protein in it. It has the ketones that we need to keep ourselves energized during our eating window. And I just love the way it made me feel. So I did this now for 2 weeks. I lost a few pounds, which is amazing because the scale's starting to move for me again, where it hadn't in a while. And I love that I was only responsible to make myself one high protein dinner, low carb, high protein dinner, and one protein snack. So everything you need is in this kit from the time you wake up till the time you go to bed. So I'm going to follow this lifestyle basically for the full month, just making sure that I get enough calories in. But I think you're going to love it. I can't wait. Who has bought one already? Who's excited to get theirs? Who's raising their hand? Who is excited for the world's first fasting system, right? Done for you, all in the bag. So I'm excited to now have Amber come back and introduce our next guest. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Lori. I love your energy and I'm excited to try it next week. Hopefully mine will be there when I get home in the mail. So yeah, that's our iFast kits. They are available on our website, and Nick's going to come on a little bit later and talk about some different options for you to get started. There's several bundles and things for you to choose from. But we wanted to talk a little bit also about what it means to share this opportunity. When I first started drinking ketones, I got results rather quickly. I started, the scale started moving. I started feeling better. I had spent a lot of years really isolating myself because I had gained so much weight. I was ashamed of what I looked like. And I just hid in my house. I didn't go anywhere. And so people started really noticing because I was changing. I was all of a sudden present. I was happy. I was involved. I was losing weight. And people started asking, like, what are you doing? What's happening? And I started sharing what was happening. And I wanted to drink these ketones for free. And we have what's called our free product program through SmartShip. And I needed to find 2 people to share my refer code with as a customer, and then I could be drinking these ketones for free, and you can too. So if you share your refer code with 2 people, you can drink these ketones for free, just like I did. But what happened was more than 2 people were asking, and so I needed to make a decision on whether or not I wanted to do this business, become a promoter, which is really exciting. But I was kind of scared and nervous at the time because I was shy. I didn't like selling a product because I didn't really understand what it was at the time. But that's not what this is. This is about sharing your journey, sharing your experience, sharing your story, sharing what this product does for you. And I have my friend Amy here, who is also a promoter, and she's going to share her experience being a promoter with Pruvit.
Hey guys, my name is Amy Dove. I'm from Jackson, Tennessee. Hey, I see all of you waving. Look at all those beautiful faces. All right, guys. Well, I'm super excited to talk to you. I'm from Jackson, Tennessee, in between Memphis and Nashville, the 2 city meccas of Tennessee. And I can't sing or do anything, so I don't know why they put me there. Anyway, guys, I'm super excited to talk to you. I'm a recent empty nester. So I'm 45 years old, recent, like in the last couple of months, my daughter got married, my son moved off, and me and my husband are just learning a whole new life together and having a lot of fun. Hey, Emily, how are you guys doing? I see all you guys look great. Okay, so I am just like you. When I first started drinking ketones, I became a customer. And I love them. They made me feel so amazing, just like you guys have experienced, just like you've heard. And I knew that I was not going to go without. So I talked to my husband. I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do here. I want some more ketones. And I told him about the SmartShip program. And I knew that I had 2 people in my back pocket, and I knew I could drink these for free. And that was my mom and my aunt. And then I talked to my husband. I was like, but you know what? I really feel like my friend Amy, another Amy, I feel like my friend Amy might be interested too. So what do you think about me joining as a promoter? And he was the first one to say, are you crazy? Like, you've got too much on your mind right now. You got too much in your life. Like, you cannot be a promoter. And I was like, oh no, I'm not going to make this big. I'm going to have my mom and my aunt drinking ketones so I can drink them for free. I'm going to have one customer. And my goal is, hey, if I can make $100 a month, that means I can pay for someone to clean my house. I hate cleaning house. So that was my goal. And I become a promoter and I made that happen. It may have taken 6 or 7 months. I can't remember. But the thing that I love the most about being a promoter with Pruvit is the community. And I really didn't get plugged into the community until probably about a year or a year and a half later. And man, once I did, I was so happy. And I could not believe the time that I had wasted, because the thing I love most about Pruvit is I've never once been called by my person to say, Amy, you're not selling enough. Like, Amy, you're not taking enough pictures with Pruvit Ketones. Like, you're not doing the things. We need you to sell boxes. It's never been about that. It's always been about, Amy, how are you feeling today? Are you, how's your mind feeling today? How's your heart feeling today? How can I help you be the best version of yourself so that you can help other people become the best versions of themselves? I've learned so much in the last year about myself, my life, and have been able to pour into my family, and everything has changed. It's not even about the money, and I love the money. So anyway, if you're even considering becoming a promoter, you've got to plug in. The community is truly amazing. I feel so blessed to have found my person, Nick Martinez, who plugged me in and has just tremendously changed my life. So guys, if you're considering, I hope you will. I'm gonna bring back Amber. Bye.
Awesome. Thank you, Amy. So you guys just heard from one of the top promoters in Pruvit. I know she seemed really modest and humble, but Amy Dove is crushing this business, and it's so exciting because she's just a normal person like the rest of us, and it's great to see her be so successful. But to be a promoter with Pruvit, there's hobby promoters, there's people that are just looking for extra grocery money, there's people who are earning a full-time income and more. And it's exciting to see people come in and just fit in where they're at. So if you are looking to do that, please talk to whoever invited you to this Zoom and let them know, hey, I'm interested in becoming a promoter. I'm interested in becoming part of the Pruvit community. Tell me more. So also, if you are interested in just coming in and figuring out what it's like to be in ketosis and drink ketones, or possibly start with our accelerated iFast kits, Nick is going to share with us some options. So I'm going to turn a few minutes over to Nick.
What's happening, everybody? How's it going? Happy, what night is it? Thursday night. My name is Nick Martinez. If I haven't met you yet, I live out in Minnesota. As you've heard, we had a lot of snow out here. It's been super fun, and it's fun to have some of our Pruvit community in for the weekend just to talk about how do we help people go further faster with ketones. How do we help people within our community? How do we support people that are doing this as a business? So I'm excited to share with you just in a couple minutes here, really quick, the different options to get started. So if you're on here as a guest, or maybe you're on here as a customer thinking, okay, how do I become a promoter? I'm going to cover all that. So you're like, all right, what's the cost? That's simple. We'll share that here in just a second. But when I was introduced to this, it was 7 years ago. I used to be a full-time airline pilot. I used to fly for Delta. And I got introduced to this by a flight attendant, believe it or not. She happened to call me up. I was good friends with her and her husband. They said, Nick, are you drinking ketones yet? I said, what's a ketone? I don't know what ketosis is. 7 years ago, if you think about it, no one was doing the diet. The diet wasn't a thing. There were 2 cookbooks, and my friends had been in ketosis. They'd done the diet. They knew about it years before. They remembered how great they felt, but they never stayed in it. And they found when they drank ketones, they felt the exact same way. They were less hungry. They had more energy. All the stories that you just heard, they were telling me about because of their experience on the diet. And they said, Nick, this isn't the diet, it's the drink. It's amazing. So that was 7 years ago. I went from being tired all the time, having no energy, doing short overnights for the airlines, to coming home from my trips, instead of watching my 2-year-old, who's now 9, from my napping position on the floor, I was chasing her around the house. So it just shifted us in our household. We call it happy mommy juice. Because we had a 2-year-old and a baby on the way at the time, and it was just some challenging sleepless nights. And now to this day, it's become one of those things that we just enjoy sharing on a daily basis, because we know the stories that we're going to hear back. We know the impact that it's going to make in somebody's life. So I'm grateful that you're here. I'm excited that you're learning about this. If you're not yet drinking ketones, I'm going to show you, whoever invited you here has a website, and I'm going to show you basically the different options to start and what I would recommend. But get back with them, say, hey, Nick said you have this website, send it to me and let me get started. The first is just getting started as a customer. And if you go to your friend's shopketo.com/learn site, you're going to see our bundles. And my absolute recommendation is choose one of these bundles, the good, the better, the best. Obviously, it comes with what you just heard about from Lori, the iFast program and ketones. Our concept is iFast with ketones, and then use this kit as kind of an accelerator. But you're either going to get 1 box of ketones. This box of ketones comes with 20 servings, 5 flavors, or 2 boxes of ketones. Again, 20 servings, 5 flavors, half caffeine free. And then our best bundle adds in a couple products, which is really exciting. And if you can do it, this honestly is the best. You're getting the biggest savings. You're going to try our Keto Kick, which is like a almost like a 5-hour energy version of ketones, except it's healthy. It doesn't cause crazy side effects, heart palpitations, or death, I think is what they say on the bottle of 5-hour energy. This is a healthy dose of ketones, nootropics for the brain. I drink it before I work out. I drink it before I have to do anything that's important. In fact, this is what it looks like, which is really, really cool. And you're going to get 2 flavors of it. Then the Mitoplex that you see here is an electrolyte. So it just helps with hydration. And what we found is when you add in Mitoplex with the ketones, it just helps everything work better. Like if you just see a bigger impact. And they look like these. You put them with water and ice. They either taste like lemon, lime, or orange, and they're absolutely delicious. So those are the 3 different options. If you're not yet drinking ketones, get back to whoever shared this with you and say, hey, I want to start with the better bundle, or I want to start with the best bundle, and they'll help you get set up. If you have other questions, just get those questions answered. If you've been watching this and you're like, man, I want to become a promoter. How do I do what you're doing? How do I join this community? How do I hang out with like-minded people? One of the things I've noticed, those who join us as promoters, I'll go through these in a second, they start seeing better results. And the question, like, why, Nick? Are they doing anything different? I'm like, no, they're just committed at a higher level. They're participating at a different level. What if you had a side hustle or a side biz that paid you to get healthy? That's kind of what this is, right? If you're sharing this with your friends, you think you're going to be a little bit more accountable. If you're sharing this with your family or your in-laws, right? The last thing you need them doing is saying, oh, obviously it's not working for you. No, you're going to be excited to say, look at this. I've just dropped this many pounds of body fat, or I'm feeling amazing. Or when you have a smile on your face all the time, they're going to be wondering why. So let me just click here and pull these up. These are the different options. The fee to be a promoter is $49. It's an annual fee, and you literally can start a business that can change your life financially for $49. I didn't realize I would walk away from flying airplanes because of a $49 business that I started 7 years ago. But guess what? This stuff works. People transform right before your eyes. And the different packs really just, it's a different amount of ketones that you're starting with. The mini pack gives you 3 of our Drink Ketones boxes. The max pack gives you 6 boxes, 5 different flavors, plus the Drink Ketones box. And then you're getting 30% off. So you're getting a bigger discount. And then the mega is for anybody that's like, all right, I want the best value, I want the best deal. I want to start with the best option for me and for building this business. This gives you 10 boxes plus 2 boxes of the Drink Ketones challenge. It comes out to like 36% off of our retail price. Plus you're getting a few other things. And this is the one I'll highlight, the rank 5 pass for a year. This is really cool because it pays you at the 5th rank in our rewards plan for the first year, regardless of if you hit it. Now, if you don't tell anybody about ketones, this doesn't mean anything. But if you build a community and build an organization, it pays you a lot more on your community than you would otherwise. And for me, in the airlines, we had yearly pay. So every year you're there, you got a little pay bump. And there was like years 1 through 18. And if somebody would have told me you could start at year 5 instead of year 1, I would have signed up for that immediately. So I always say, get in where you fit in. So whatever one works for you, I would say don't wait. Let's get started as soon as you can, and let's hit the ground running. We have an amazing system. We have an amazing community. Obviously, you just met all these wonderful ladies, and there's more support here than you know what to do with. Really, it's just a matter of, all right, who can we share this with? Whose lives can we bless today with ketones? And then let's wait a week, a month, even a year, and hear their stories. And it's just so much fun to do. So that's my 2 cents. Amber, I'm turning it back over to you. She's on the other side of the room. Hustle, hustle. Oh, there she is. All right, guys, good to see y'all. Hope you're having a great night.
Thank you, Nick. Lots of amazing options to get started. So when I first joined the community, I had no idea I would be where I am at now. And I just went to my first Epic Awards, and I thought it would be all about these amazing sales and these people just overachieving in the company. And when I got there, it was more about people that had overcome, people that had transformed their life, people who had been helped to really overcome some challenges in their life. And that's what this company is about, is becoming 1% better every single day. And that's what I get to do, is help people with that. And one of the customers that I brought on here was able to get an award on stage, and it was the award called Overcome to Become. And she's overcome so many obstacles in her life, and drinking ketones has really helped her feel better and become better and make healthier choices. And it was like this full circle moment where I had spent so many years not being able to help myself. And all of a sudden I was in a position where I could provide the tools and resources to somebody else through these products to change their life. And that was so empowering to me. It was nothing I ever expected to be a part of. And I'm so thankful that this just kind of fell in my lap, just scrolling through TikTok one day. So if this is something that you would like to explore a little bit further, go ahead and get back to the person that invited you to this call. It truly is a life-changing experience, and we hope that you will join us. So anyways, we wish you an amazing evening. Thank you for spending a few moments with us. And with that, we will wrap it up. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.